Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the bell. Trucking with David H on Facebook. Get some dinner out, some spaghetti. Let it defrost. Give it a minute, see who wants to play with old Davy. Feeling much better today, much better today. Okay. So, what's up, what's up, what's up? Glenn's in the house, Chris Latimer's in the house, and Terry Lenny is in the house. You might notice I sound a little bit better. I came home, got home today, and took some Mucinex, and that made me feel a lot better. What's up, Ian? How you doing, man? Made me feel I took some Mucinex, and then I took an hour or two nap. Melissa's gone, went to work. So you know what time it is for old Davy? Oh, what time is it for old Davy? Is it apple juice time? Hell no, it ain't apple juice time. I'm sick, motherfuckers. You guys out of your damn mind if I'm having that. But what the hell just broke in here? Oh, it's garlic. Wonder where that goes. It is better than apple juice. It's orange juice time. Because old Davy's sick. Got to drink the OJ. But last night I ranted. I apologize for fucking going off like a crazy man. I wasn't in my right mind. I wasn't in my right mind. Oh, not bad. It didn't burn my throat like it has. I mean, a little bit burned. But the last couple days, it was burning my throat really bad. You don't look better. That's just because I'm a nasty looking motherfucker. Shut up, Lucas. So, needless to say, this morning when I wake up, about 7 o'clock in the morning, I get an email from the agent. Oh, we didn't get or I just noticed you sent an email last night. I'm so sorry. Let me get you directions to the place. I'll get back with you ASAP. So about 7:30 rolls around, and I know these guys ain't never going to get back to me. They're just not going to. I don't trust them as far as I can drop kick them. So about 7:45 rolls around, and I tell myself, well, you know what? I'm going to just drive back over there and see if I can't find the place during the daytime. Completely forgetting that I was going to not have a 10-hour break-in yet. Technically, I should have waited till about 8:30 or so. 8:30, 9:30. Yeah, 8:30, I would have got a reset in, which technically I would have been late for delivering the load. But it was a small place, so they don't give a shit what time. Their deliveries in from 7:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. And the fact that I was waiting for directions would have been a good reason to wait. But I forget all about this. So I take off, and I find the place. And I park on the street, have no choice because, what am I going to do? I can't pull into some business and just hope that I can get turned around in there if it's the wrong place. So I park on the street, go up there, find them, and they say, oh, you got to just go around back. And I'm thinking to myself, go around back? The fuck? There ain't no room back there. So I asked the lady, I said, I'm in a semi. I go, a semi will fit back there? She goes, oh, hold on, let me get the manager. So she goes and gets the manager, and he comes in, and he's like, yeah, I just go around back. He goes, you can go this way, or he goes, where are you at? I go, I'm parked on the street. He goes, oh, well, you can turn in this driveway and go around. So I'm thinking to myself, I'll turn in the driveway and go around because if I go in that way, I'll be blindsiding into the dock. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to get into the dock there? It ain't wide enough for my truck. I'd have to do like a full-blown jackknife to even get it in there. So I go around and I fight. I asked him, I go, the semi can fit back there. Oh, yeah. So I fight to get it back around the back corner and through the gates. They have stuff in the way. And we're talking missing things by, I mean, flies are dying rubbing against the side of my trailer type shit. And I pull up and I'm looking, I'm like, where do you want me to go? He goes, just go pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay, right there. Oh, so you're going to just unload off the back of the truck with the forklift. Okay, okay. That makes more sense because, you can't back into your docks there. That's for box trucks. Semi ain't going to fit. So now I get it. So he looks in the back of the trailer and he goes, do you have a pallet jack? I said, no. He goes, well, mine's out at a job site right now. Okay. It's your shit. Get it off my truck. So I asked him, I go, well, do you have a strap or something we can strap to it and drag the pallets forward? So he gets a strap and I tie it to the pallets and he drags the two big pallets forward. It takes them off. The rest of them, there was only 9 pallets. The rest of them were really small and you could just slide them on the floor of the truck. So it takes probably an hour and a half maybe to unload, 2 hours maybe. And I'm running on my 14 already, not realizing it because I didn't even think about it. So, I do that and get it unloaded and I'm sitting in the truck doing paperwork, doing my thing, not thinking I have all day to get home. And I look at the GPS and it's like, oh, I can go around through. Oh, but you know what? That's going to be so traffic. Oh, it doesn't matter. I got all the time in the world. I can go this way. That way probably will be better because you won't go through Houston, the heart of Houston. I said that way. And then I look at Google Maps and Google Maps is saying, just David, take Ritchie Road all the way across to 1960 to the 69. I'm like, that looks legit. Why doesn't my GPS want me to go that way? That's 10 miles quicker. So I look, it looks legit, and I start taking it. My truck GPS is saying, no, 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 turn around, turn around, turn around. But I'm determined at this point. Finally, when I turn on to 1960, there's a truck stop right there. And I'm going to stop at the truck stop because my antenna fell down, came off to fix it. So when I stop at the truck stop to fix it, I go to put myself off duty or on duty to fix the thing because, you go on duty when you're working. And I notice I only have an hour, like 40 minutes left on my clock. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm running on my 14. And I got an hour and 40 minutes to get home. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So needless to say, I didn't fix the antenna. I just booked it and barreled ass home and, just made it home. But that would have sucked if I'd have had to stop and do a 2-hour break to get some hours back. Remember, you could have put a transmission in your truck, got sick, stuck in a blizzard, and then lost your fuel card. Yeah, I guess so. How'd you lose your fuel card? A freight bill has been assigned to you. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, and then I let a dispatcher know that, hey, this turned into a driver assist. So they asked how much I wanted. I gave them a number and they got it approved and I made that much more on that load. So that was cool. Good afternoon. What's up, Peyton? When am I leaving again? Wednesday. I got a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so I'll be leaving out on Wednesday. I'm interested in this dedicated thing going on over here at Landstar. I contacted the guy again this morning, and he replied to me and said that someone will for sure get a hold of me. He's not sure when, but they will. Glenn. And then he goes, but let me give you some information on it. And he shot me some information. It's not quite paying as good as I thought it was from when somebody else explained it to me. But I guess it's doable, being that you know where you're going and everything. So I'm going to give it a shot if they ever get a hold of me. Pick up a load in Austin, Texas, heading to San Diego. Why is it now I got another freight bill assigned to me? I wonder if they're sending me a new freight bill because, or changing it because of that. I don't know if you guys hear my phone. It's doing it over and over and over again because of the added money they added to it. That's probably what that is. Although I don't know why. When I went to put myself out of service, it's saying I'm still on that load I dropped in Laredo. For some reason, it didn't clear that load out. It's still showing that on my freight bill too. Maybe that was that clearing up too. Yes, Hog Rider, I am home. Bro, I was out for 3 days. What more do you want from me? I will do. I'll forward it to you, Peterbilt, when I get off the phone. Where the hell is my tablet at? Oh, it's in the truck. I would have forwarded it to you there. I don't think it's going to be as good as the gig you got going from Laredo to California. Looking at, when they shot me the, it pays X amount. It actually, for what it is, it kind of pays crappy, but if I have to keep dealing with these damn brokers, I'm going to quit and go back to Prime. And I'm trying not to go back to Prime. I better not see another video about not making it at Landstar. Hog Rider, this home time was scheduled, bro. I've had a doctor. It's my yearly doctor's appointment for, all my blood work and everything. What had happened, though, is it was for the 13th. That's why I went home on the 13th, and I set Jeremy and Lucas to come and all that. And at the last minute, my doctor changed it to to Monday, 24th. And so after I got together with Jeremy and them, I went out for a few days and then come back to I could have just stayed home for the 2 weeks, the 2.5 weeks and done that. But I decided to go out and make some money, go out and run a load out and back. And, Glenn says, you're going to have to explain to me how it doesn't pay good. Dude, that don't pay worth a shit. I thought that number was to me. That number you gave me is, I don't want to get into numbers on here. But that number is, before Landstar is cut. And then, of course, you get the fuel surcharge. So, looking at it, if you run just the minimum to get that guarantee, it's going to be $200 less than the minimum gross I want to make. I was just thinking that number you gave me, Glenn, was my gross for the week, which was like, okay, that's Prime money. So, it ain't Prime money. Peyton Thorne says, you ain't going back to Prime. You're not giving up your freedom. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying what you're saying. It's all love. Shut up, Jeremy. Peyton, you're sadly mistaken. I would go back to Prime in a heartbeat if I had to make the money. Money is the root of all happiness. It is not the root of all evil. It's the root of all happiness. Money, money, money. But if I can get on this dedicated deal and not have to deal with the bullshit of Where's the receiver at? Oh my God, you can't even fit a truck in there. Garbage that I've been dealing with. I'll take that couple $100 a week cut and be happy with it. If you go back to Prime, can you wear a mask when you're driving? You know, something really scary. uh, Jeremy's over there at Cargill waiting to get reworked. What were you, 2,000 pounds over on your drives? Some shit like that. So you thought you were getting out of there early, but you thought wrong, bro. 2,600. They had him 2,600 pounds heavy on his drives. This company, they do nothing but load trucks for a living. How do you load somebody 2,600 pounds heavy on their drives? What fucking idiots. David, that's the price to be an owner-operator. Yep. I'm just a company driver, a man. You want to go outside, Billy? A man, I love not having truck payments, truck repairs. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I mean, the way I look at it is right now I'm benefiting from being an owner-operator and not having truck repairs and all that shit. Yeah, I got truck maintenance, but that's not too bad. And worst case scenario, if the truck took a major shit, I can always scrap the truck and go be a company driver somewhere. That's why I'm trying to benefit and make as much money as I can while the truck is still in good shape. You know, and that's why I don't want to run for $1.50 a mile. At least that one has a cat scale up the street. You're a truck driver, you deliver wherever, anytime. No, man. I do what I want when I want, Hog Rider. I ain't no damn fucking company Walmart bitch driving 64 mile an hour in the middle lane, all right? All right, brother? Well, hell, the tires are going to dry rot as much as it sits. You know, they get lumpy when it sits out there. When I take off after it's been sitting there for a week, I drive down the road going boing, 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 boing. Peyton Thorne says, go back to EOS. If they didn't have that trailer maintenance, I would in a heartbeat. I'd be back there tomorrow. But that trailer maintenance will eat your ass. And all in all, Peyton, I'm making the same money I made at EOS. See, I think the only one who gets it is Hog Rider. I think the only one who gets it is Hog Rider. I'm going to just leave it at that. I think Hog Rider's got it figured out. Not many people have it figured out. I mean, Jeremy and Lucas have it figured out, but I'm talking about people that I don't, actually talk to on the phone every day. That's not the tires, that's your friggin' road. Oh, man. Oh, man. The pickup truck's going to the shop on Monday, and it's caked in mud from that road, from the rain they had. And I told Melissa, that means the Jeep's going to get covered in frickin' mud. Lance Calhoun says, Landstar is easy money. That, Lance, that's because you ain't never worked at Prime and made the Prime money. Prime, you make more money at Prime easily than Landstar. You just give up a lot of freedom. You give a lot of freedom, but running that Prime freight, man, you make the dinero. Yeah, that's how the pickup was. I mean, it had this much mud built up on the front of the running boards. I asked Melissa, what'd you do? Go freaking four-wheeling through the mud bogs? You get that thing for your truck to go into California? Not yet, Peyton. I'm not gonna buy that until one, I know I'm not gonna do the dedicated, and two, that I'm gonna stay at Landstar. But if I get on that dedicated, I don't need to go to California. Hog Rider says, easy money, but 90% of their trucks are duct taped together. Yes, Hog Rider, a lot of trucks at Landstar. I was just at the Laredo yard in Landstar, and a lot of those tractors are older, repaired MacGyver tractors. And I think you see that because the money isn't very good, and you got to have an old paid off truck and do your own repairs to be able to afford to run there. The money is not good at Landstar. I mean, it just isn't. Now, having said that, let me say this. The last two loads I just ran paid good, but they were short little runs, and you know, they may pay good, but they were short little runs, so they're not going to make, they're not going to make you your end result at the end of the week. Because even though let's say I picked up on Tuesday, I delivered Wednesday, picked up Wednesday, delivered Thursday. Now I had to wait till Thursday night to have my back. So technically, before I could pick up another load would have been Thursday night or late afternoon. And then it would have went into Friday. So I don't know, what would you get? You'd get 4 of these short runs. 4 of those short runs, it would make your money for me to do like 2 long runs or 3 long runs. I make 6 figures as a company driver, no risk. Right on, that's cool, man. Almost as trashy as Amazon Prime. Your Prime party buddy said $4,500 a week to truck. Hard to make that little here. Hard to make that little here. Huh? Landstar is about relationships building to get the big money. Yes, it is, because running off the load board sucks. Running off the load board sucks. Now, Lance, so what you're telling me, Lance, is you can gross 4,500 easily at Landstar. Now, when I say gross, that means after Landstar's cut. That's going to you, to your bank account. Come on now. I mean, it might be, in all reality, Lance, if I ran like Jeremy did over at Prime everywhere, up into the snow, Colorado and all that shit, yeah, I'm sure I could. I mean, come on, let's get for real. Let's get for real. If I actually became a truck driver and would drive that damn truck, I could probably make the money easy. You're right. I just can't seem to get in that truck and stay in there. There's just something always causes me to have to go home. Now, once I go to this doctor's appointment, I have nothing. I'm not coming home for my anniversary, which is April 7th. So I don't have to worry about that. So I can literally stay out for 3, 4, 5 weeks and see how I can make some money. And maybe staying out in the truck, I can make money. Because you're right, Lance. In all reality, $4,500, I'm sure you can do if you stay in the truck and you actually run and get the fuck out of Texas and actually run freight. I haven't been doing that. And that's why I'm not at Prime right now, because I know I haven't been doing that. And I keep telling myself, if I go back to Prime, they're going to run me ragged. Ew, what touched me? Oh, they're going to run me ragged and make me run all over the place, yada, yada, and I'll make the money. So before I just quit Landstar and go back to Prime, why don't I try to run all over the place and run myself ragged here and see if I can't make the money? I'm sure I'll be able to. It's just, I come on here and I talk. I say what I think and I think what I say, and that's what it is. All in all, Landstar makes maybe 1,500 more than Prime. Makes 1,500 more than Prime. Which isn't a little bit of money. Now you got to remember, your dry van is a lot easier than reefer. You're not fucking washing the trailers out and feeling them and all that crap and dealing with long wait times. So you got to remember that. You got to take that in account. Not going home for your anniversary makes me concerned for your health. When you say run your ragged, are you talking 3,500 miles in a week? No. No, I'm just talking about probably about 3,000 miles in a week. But when I say run you ragged, I mean more they're going to run you wherever you're going to be going to Pennsylvania, Michigan, Nebraska, all these places I haven't been running. You're going to be running there. So I got to give myself a chance and I got to start running more areas. And winter's pretty much over, although they had a blizzard in Nebraska yesterday or the day before, whatever it was. Winter's almost over, so I can start running. No, reefer's not hard work like oh my God, you wear yourself out. See, a lot of guys don't understand. When I refer to something as being hard or easy in trucking, I don't mean physically. I don't mean physically you're busting your... Although moving that shit to the back of the truck this morning was pretty physical. I'm talking about it's hard work, or I call it work, to have to go find, a place to fuel. Eat your clock up to go get fuel. You got to go pick up that load, but you know what? No, you got to go put reefer fuel in because it's got to be 3/4 of a tank or better. That shit is mentally, a mental thing. It works your clock. So anything that works your clock is work. I'm not, when I refer to work, I don't mean like, oh my God, it's too heavy, it's too hard or anything like that. I mean, you just got to do stuff. You just got to do stuff that you don't have to do in dry van. In dry van, what do? You blow out your trailer once a week, if that. You're generally not sitting for long periods of times at shippers and receivers, but you're getting a lot harder backs in dry van. Dry van will test your skills sometimes, make you go, damn it, I want to go back to Prime because I want to just back into these damn DCs and not have to deal with all this little shop of horrors and, fucking Andre's TV store come deliver us 5 TVs. So yeah. So when I refer to work, I don't mean it like, like the way you were taking it. Like, oh my God, it's tough. It's just extra. You have to do extra. You have to do extra, man. Angela wants to know if Lucas is coming home for his anniversary. Of course he is. He's so whipped. I ain't never seen a man so whipped in my life as that Lucas Wilster, man. Man, that guy is just... Whoopsh, whoopsh. Drivers telling me... Lucas wants to know where you work, midlife. Drivers tell me how hard they run. Then they say they run on recaps, yeah? You'll be going to middle of nowhere trying to park a spaceship in an outhouse. What's up, trucking nerd? Reefer is hard compared to what I do. You can find some hard drive, but 5,000. Yeah, that's what I mean. Dry van is like easy. It's just like basic trucking. I love going to DCs. I'm in and out while reefers are still in line. Where do you work midlife? Yeah, it sounds like you make good ass money and you get to pass up all the guys at the DCs. What the hell do you do? Where do you work? Sounds like some shit to me, boy. Recaps, laughing my ass off. LMO, what? Shit, I got 3 ELD. What the hell? Hog Rider, did you just have a stroke? You got 3 ELD? Ain't no way a Walmart guy's running off recaps. Hey, Hog Rider, a guy I know that Prime, he went and got himself a gig at Walmart and he only lasted there like a week or two and he went back to Prime. What's up with that? I'll never run recaps again. Did once. I almost died. What? Man, recaps ain't bad. What the hell are you guys worried about recaps? Had to alley dock at small butcher shop. That was fun. Yep, some of them are a bitch. I worked for a 300 truck carrier in Ohio. Okay. Why don't you give Lucas the information of that 300 truck carrier? Lucas sounds, he might be interested in that. Because most ain't smart enough to learn how to run. Yeah. Hog Rider, that ain't no joke, dude, because ever since I went solo, I have a little bit of a hard time trying to figure out my clock. I'm so used to not worrying about my clock that I'll sit and scratch my head here and there. For instance, my recaps I'm not recaps, my split sleeper last night. I wasn't sure what I was going to get back. I sure in hell didn't get what I thought I was going to get back. Cheese and what? How do you figure recaps are lazy trucking? Wait, hold on. Everybody just stop. Midlife trucker. How do you figure recaps are lazy trucking? The hell out of here with that. If anything, it's six one way, half dozen the other. Either you bust your ass and burn your clock out and then sit for a 34-hour reset, or you don't bust your ass as hard and you just keep working nonstop. Either way, you're doing the same amount of work. Except running recaps, you don't get a you don't get to I don't know what you're trying to say, Lance. With recaps, you don't get a rest break. David, most nowadays, if the GPS don't tell them how to or where to go, they're lost. Yeah, that's true. Recaps limit to you to 70 hours in 8 days. You can get 91 hours in 8 days on resets. I don't know about all that bullshit, midlife trucker, but you're working way too fucking hard if you're running 91 hours a week. Way too fucking hard. And no, that's not true that you sit 15 hours a day on average. If you ran 8 hours and went off for 10 hours, and you run another 8 hours, went off 10 hours, you're just sitting your 10-hour breaks. You're just doing it, you're doing it in different increments. I don't think you understand how the recaps work there, bud. I never have to run recaps, never had a reason, only did it once. Okay. Recaps or not, I run recaps all the time. I mean, I think I've ran recaps once with Landstar because I'm, usually get a Where's Billy? Oh, there he is. Hog Rider says he never sits. Recaps don't get the mini vacation. Exactly. My current record is 4,885 miles in 8 days. Okay. I think you're trying way too hard to be a damn super trucker there, midlife. You're working way too you're working way too hard. You must be a young man because you're working way too hard. I'm overworking hard, as you guys can tell. All the good loads at Landstar never reach the board. Brokers work with drivers they have a relationship with. Just saying. The Trucker John Show. Okay, Trucker John. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get off that damn load board, bro. 'Cause that load board is some bullshit. Paint does its 34-hour reset. Yeah, if I can get off that load board, I'll be happy. If I can get off that load board and take and gross to me $4,000 minimum a week, I'll be happy. On recaps, you go 8.75 hours per day. Yeah. I mean, yes and no. Everyone always says that, but you don't always. You act like you're gonna pick up Monday and drive till next Monday. What happens is you may run 10 or 11, your clock out today, but now tomorrow you deliver and you sit for a while, so you've only burned 6 hour of your clock the next day, and then you might do 8 hours, and then you sit and you do 6 hours, then 10 hours or 11 hours again. So it all works out. But yes, on average, that's what you want to do. 34-hour reset guys got soft hands. Right, but again, that's if you were running in a perfect world. No, that's not right, midlife trucker. Because as soon as your 10-hour breaks up, you start driving again. So you're going to drive twice within 24 hours. You're acting like you're going to drive 9 hours and then stay off duty for 15 hours, then drive 9 hours. No, you're not going to do that. That's not how it works. Hog Rider says, you know how much I made last week? No, I don't. You're 58. You're working way too hard for 58-year-old, bro. Fuck. Where'd you go wrong in life that you got to work that hard? What's up, Alex? How you doing, man? I mean, that's good. You're making bank and doing your thing, but goddamn, you got to work 94 hours a week. Fuck that. Exactly, Hog Rider. Exactly. Shoot, Jeremy loves his 34-hour reset so much he'll get 2 of them a week sometimes. Lance says he likes running 875 per day. Yeah, me too. I'm used to it because when I was running the team truck, we would when we were teaming the truck, we'd run 9.5 hours each per day. Because we'd run 9.5 hours plus a 30-minute break, 10 hours is up. And we would still manage to run on recaps. And reason why that is because you're going to say, well, how can you do that because of that? Because we had to pick up and deliver. When you pick up and deliver on those days, generally, you don't drive that much because you sat for a couple hours here and again. You're not sitting on duty. At least I ain't sitting there on duty while they're fucking loading me. Fuck that. Not going to the sleeper. You're not getting it, midlife. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. How can I need to draw you a picture. Oh man, I wish I was in my truck. I could show you on a I could show you on a one of those sheets. What are they called that you do your time on before ELDs? Here, let me draw you. Let me draw you a picture. Because I mean, I don't know if you're just not understanding me or what. But here, let's do this. Midnight. This is going to be crude. You got midnight to midnight, okay? Say you start at midnight. You're going to run 8 hours, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. Okay, so there's your 9 hours. 9 hours. All right. Now you're going to do 10 off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Okay, so there's your 10 hours off. Okay. Now that your 10 hours is off, you still got, so what is that, 19 hours? You got 5 hours left in that one day to drive. So you're still driving. See, I can't explain it right. You're going to drive more in the day than you're going to be off. I know your math is telling you that, but unless you like to do 14-hour breaks, and then the other thing, unless you're doing dropping hooks, you're going to be sitting at shippers and receivers, which is going to eat up the rest of, that time. So you're talking perfect world scenarios where you're picking up and just running and then dropping, picking up, running, dropping without any downtime. Apparently, the load board is the bottom 50% of the freight. Yeah, it's definitely the bottom freight. That's for sure. Solar panel drivers. Shoot, I used to drive only nights. Now I drive almost exclusively days. It's weird. I don't, how that makes you soft, but okay. Oh, we're just screwing around with you, Peyton. Lucas is a jokester. Most people drive their clock out every day anyways. Well, half of the people do. Yeah, a lot of people do. Jeremy's like that. Jeremy likes to run his clock completely out and then do 34s. Lance says midlife is working too hard at working hard. Yeah, no, I'm gonna give it to you, midlife trucker. You are a hard ass worker, bro. You're killing it. Trucking nerd says I'm in a dock. I'm taking a split break. Okay, right on. Midlife truck says no, you aren't getting it. It's math. You get your recaps at midnight. You can only run 770 in 8 days. Yeah, I know, but okay, let's just agree to disagree. Let's just agree to disagree. Because you know what I think it is? I think you're talking about something totally different than what I'm talking about. And we're going to just sit and be confused with each other. After that 10 off, you don't have any more hours on recaps, not until midnight. But bro, if you're doing it right, you'll always have hours banked. You're never going to run down to 0 hours to where you have to wait till midnight. Trust me, I've ran recaps for the last 5 years while I was running Team Truck. If you do it right, you never run out to where you have to. Rarely did we have to wait for hours to come back. And usually all that did is like, oh man, you know what? Instead of starting at this time, give it a couple hours and then start. And then that way your hours will come back. But if you do it right, you've got banked hours. You'll always have hours ahead of the game. But now I see what you're talking about, midlife trucker. Now I see what you're talking about. You're talking about if you were just running your hours right out to the, the nth degree. That don't really happen in the real world because, again, you bank hours when you pick up and deliver. Generally. Feel running recaps and people who don't run them feel like it's a preference thing. Correct if I'm wrong. Man, some people like running recaps. Some people, I mean, me, I was exclusively a recap runner when I was teaming. Now that I'm not teaming, I like to get a 34 in. Um, it just feels safer. Lucas says, Peyton, it's all right, man. I got soft hands. Hell, it makes the lonely nights in the sleeper feel better. uh, Midlife says, I run hard, then go home a lot. Right on. That's good, man. You got to get some downtime because, again, all work and no play, that ain't no fun. Oh, shit. It's past Billy's dinner time. No wonder why he's over here licking my arm. You want some food, Billy? Oh, man. Hold on. Let me get you some water. You don't have much water in there. Billy went and ran behind the couch. Why? Because I picked up a water bottle. He is fucking terrified of water bottles. Weirdest dog ever. I mean, I don't understand why he's afraid of water bottles. He ain't never been bit by a water bottle. I mean, ain't no water bottle ever attacked him. Yeah, man boobs, man. What the fuck? I need to get a looser shirt. Damn, Billy. What are you doing, bro? Billy got attacked by something. Want some food, buddy? Let me mix it up for you real good. Okay. There you go, buddy. Gonna have to defrost my damn spaghetti. It's not defrosting fast enough, which sucks. I hate defrosting food. How do you defrost on here? Micro defrost. See if that works. But anyways, I just wanted to give an update on that rant. We got it delivered. We got it good. We made some extra money on it, which was good. Trucker John Show says, use the lane match tool on the homepage to find agents who run loads out of cities in your area. It will show the agent's code and how many loads they. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that, John. And I've even so much as went so far as to call those agents and talk to them about the loads, and they always act like I'm bothering them. Like, why am I calling? Why are you calling me? Do I have any loads posted? No. So why are you asking about loads in that area? I understand that, yeah, you'll probably have to call 100 agents to maybe finally get one. But, it just sucks when people act like that. You've seen some white turkeys crossing the road, huh? That's crazy. Some white turkeys. Why did it sound like my microwave just shut off? Oh, it just quit heating. Okay. What's up, Justin? Billy says hi. Say hi, Billy. 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 Say hi, buddy. Why are you staring at me, you psycho? Billy. 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 Boop. Billy's a little psycho. Flip the scatters over. I hit a wild boar in Georgia West. Oh, in George, West Texas. Oh. I had to do some damage. Them little guys are freaking solid. But I'll tell you what, I think if I can get myself on a dedicated, I'll be much happier. Just because I know when I was running the dedicated mail run with EOS, that for that short time we did it, it was so nice knowing where you were going. I mean, I had it perfect. I knew you can stop at this truck stop, park here, get fuel here. Everything was all planned out already. And for some of you, it might get boring. And hey, it might get boring for me too. But I think for the most part, I'm going to like it. It's just a matter of getting a hold of these guys to friggin' talk to them. I mean, I don't know why it's taken them so long to contact me. That in itself is irritating. It's like you can't just make a phone call. You've got to work. You can't make the phone call. I mean, what the hell? Just give me a call. Let's talk about it. You don't want to talk on the phone? You're a little on the millennial side? All right, well, let's text about it or let's email about it. But the guy I need to talk to don't return my emails. The guy I don't need to talk to returns my emails and tells me he's going to forward it to the guy I need to talk to. It's unbelievable, man. Unfreaking believable. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the bell. Trucking with David H. on Facebook.